The first phase in the 4S method is to state the problem. This is really important. Einstein once said, if I had 1 hour to save the world, I would spend 55 minutes posing the problems and 5 minutes searching for solutions. That's usually not how we allocate our time, is it? And often, faulty problem definition leads to bad solutions. The TOSCA checklist was designed to facilitate problem definition by listing the key parameters of a problem: trouble, owner, success criteria, constraints, and actors before you get to the core question. T is for trouble. Like a doctor, your first question should be, what is the trouble? What makes this problem real and present? It is important to stress that this is not a diagnosis. It is not an interpretation. It is not a search for the root cause of the problem. On the contrary, it should merely be a fact-based, objective listing of the symptoms that you are observing. For instance, trouble could include a statement like, our sales have declined by 10%. But it should not be a statement such as, our sales have declined because we lost competitiveness relative to competitors. That is not just your trouble, it is a possible reason for it. And that reason may turn out to be true, but it's premature to restrict the problem statement so early. A definition of trouble that includes a cause for the trouble blinds you to other possible causes. O is for owner. For a problem to be solved, there must be someone who wants it solved and who is in a position to act. That person is the problem owner, the person who says and who thinks, this is my problem. Even when the trouble is clear, it's not always easy to identify a problem owner. Think, for instance, of environmental challenges on a global scale. Who is the problem owner? And yet, if you cannot identify a problem owner, you cannot solve the problem. Importantly, it is the problem owner who will help you complete the rest of the problem statement. S is for success criteria. A critical piece of any problem statement is to define the success criteria. They are the answer to a simple question. What will success look like? How will we know the problem has been solved? Sometimes this will include a quantified metric and a deadline. However, sometimes you do not have enough information to do that initially. C is for constraints. Usually there are constraints on your problem that make some solutions off limits, and you should list them. Constraints, for instance, may include pre-existing commitments that limit the range of possible solutions. There may be limitations in the resources that you can bring to bear, for instance, in money or in skills. Or there can be limits on the problem-solving process itself, for instance, if the solution must be delivered in a limited time frame. A is for actors in the problem. Actors are the people who have a say in whether your solution will work, the stakeholders whose objectives might differ from those of the problem owner. For instance, if you are solving a strategy problem, the company's employees are generally important actors as they will have to implement the strategy. Once you have listed trouble, owner, success criteria, constraints, and actor, TOSCA, you can finally formulate the core question you will address. The core question can be an open question or a closed one. It can be broad or it can be narrow, but you should always formulate it as a precise question and ensure it is compatible with the 5 elements of the TOSCA checklist. A problem statement that includes trouble, owner, success criteria, constraints, actor, and the core question will be an essential asset in solving a complex problem. But it should not be frozen. On the contrary, it will evolve continuously. You should discuss it frequently with the problem owner and with others who are working with you on the problem. As your problem-solving effort progresses and you learn more, the problem statement will change too. In the following videos, we will discuss how to structure the problem. Stay tuned.